Hello, and welcome to another lesson from Level Up Mathematics. In today's lesson, we will be exploring variables and expressions. Now, algebraic expressions, you might remember from previous courses, are just a combination of numbers and variables and operation signs. So let's take a look in example 1 at some algebraic expressions. It says each of the following represents an algebraic expression. If the letter x represents some unknown quantity, explain the calculation that each of the following expressions involving x represents. So in problem A, we have 2x minus 4, and they want you to simply state the operations that are occurring in this expression. So we have 2 times the variable x minus 4. So I would say multiply x by 2, then subtract four. All right, in problem B, we have 8 minus 3x. Now remember, in your order of operations, we always multiply first. So we would multiply x by 3 and subtract from 8. All right, in our third expression, we have x minus 4 divided by 2. So here we would subtract, I'll just abbreviate that, subtract 4 from x, then divide by 2. All right, problem D, we have 3x squared minus 2. Now, according to the order of operations, we always square, perform the exponents first. So we will square x, multiply by 3, then subtract 2. Now, when we're working with algebraic expressions, we can do two things with them. We can evaluate them, or we can simplify them. So let's talk about evaluating first. To evaluate an algebraic expression means to find the value of the expression when the value of the variable is known. So to evaluate an algebraic expression, we have to be given the value of the variable, okay? When evaluating an algebraic expression, we use a process called substitution. And then apply the order of operations. So let's talk about how that process of substitution works. In example 2, it says evaluate each of the following expressions for the value of the variable given. Show the substitution and steps used to find your answer. So in problem A, we have the expression 5 minus 3 times x. And we are given that in this problem, x is equal to negative 4. So the first thing you want to do is replace the variable with parentheses. Now into that parenthesis, you're going to plug in the value given, which in this case is negative 4. Now you're going to use the order of operations. So here we have 5 minus 3 times negative 4. So remember, we want to multiply first. So this would be 5 minus, and 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. And then you evaluate that. So this would be plus plus. So the value of our expression would be 17. All right, in problem B, we have 25 minus 2/3 n. So again, the first thing you always want to do is replace the variable with a parenthesis. And into that parenthesis, you will substitute in the value given for n. In this case, our value is 12. All right, now according to the order of operations, we want to multiply first. So I'll just drop the 25 down and the minus down. Now 2/3 of 12 is 8. So this would be 25 minus 8, which is 17. In problem C, we have 2x squared minus 4, and our value given is x is equal to negative 3. So I'm going to replace my variable with parentheses. So 2 parentheses squared minus 4. Now substitute in the given value, which in this case is negative 3. Now be very careful on your order of operations here, because in our order of operations, we want to perform the exponents first. So negative 3 squared is the same thing as negative 3 times negative 3, which is 9. So this is 2 times 9 minus 4. Now, according to the order of operations, we want to multiply. So 2 times 9 is 18 minus 4. And that would give us 14 as our final value. All right, pause the video and try problem D on your own. All right, welcome back. Let's see how you did. The first thing I did was replaced my x with parentheses. Then I plugged in negative 6 for x. So 3 times negative 6 is negative 18 plus 2 divided by 4. Negative 18 plus 2 is negative 16 divided by 4, which would simplify to negative 4. So check your answer with mine. Correct anything that you might have gotten wrong. All right, now we've talked about evaluating an expression. We evaluate an expression only when we know the value of the variable. We can also simplify an algebraic expression. To simplify an algebraic expression means to remove all parentheses, if you have them, and combine all like terms. Now, a like term is simply a term with the terms with the same exact variable raised to the same exact power. So in example 3, it asks us to simplify each of the following. So we will not be getting answers like we did in example 2, like 17, 14, negative 4. Here, our answer will still be an algebraic expression because we don't know the value of x here. All right, so in problem A, we have x minus 9x. So these are like terms. I'm going to put an understood 1 here. So I'm simply taking 1x minus 9x, which would give me negative 8x, 1 minus 9. All right. In problem B, we have negative 5 minus 6x plus x. So what I want to do here is I want to group these up with the like terms together. So in my first parenthesis, let me get a highlighter here. I'm going to, let me highlight my x's. I want to put my x's together. So this would be negative 6x plus x. And in my second parenthesis, I'm going to put my constant terms together. So negative 5 minus 3. All right, so then I'm going to simplify that. Negative 6x plus 1x is negative 5x. And negative 5 minus 3 is negative 8. So I'll put minus 8. So we've simplified it down. We combined all like terms. All right, problem C. M minus 5 minus 3m plus 8 minus 5m minus 3. So again, I'm going to group these first using like terms. Let me get a highlighter here. So I'm going to group all of the m's together. So I have m minus 3m minus 5m. Now I'll group my constant terms, -5, 8, and -3. So -5 plus 8 minus 3. All right, so let me put an understood 1 here. So 1m minus 3m would be -2m, and -2m minus 5m would be -7m. Our second parenthesis, we have -5 plus 8. That would be +3. So +3 minus 3 is 0. So this one, something kind of unusual happens. Our constant term zeroed out. So we're just left with a -7m as our final answer. All right. Now, pause the video and try problem D on your own. All right, welcome back. So in problem D, I used my first parenthesis to write down all of the R terms. So I had 24R minus 10R. Then I used my second parenthesis to combine all the constants, -12, -8, -24, and 10. So let me write those down. -12 minus 8 minus 24 plus 10. All right, now let's simplify that. 24R minus 10R gives me 14R. Over here, -12 minus 8 is -20. Remember, same signs, add. And -20 minus 24 would be -44. And -44 plus 10 would be -34. So that would be minus 34. All right, example 4. Write an expression for the perimeter of each figure. Now, remember from previous courses, you've learned that when finding perimeter of any figure, you just add all the sides. So in our triangle, we have our sides are 8x minus 1, 2 minus 4x, and 6 minus x. So I want to start, let me get a highlighter here, by combining all the x's together. So I have 8x minus 4x minus 1x. Then I want to add the constant terms, -1 plus 2 plus 6. So -1 plus 2 plus 6. All right, so let's start here. 8x minus 4x is 4x. 4x minus 1x is 3x. Here, -1 plus 2 is 1, and 1 plus 6 is 7. So the perimeter of this triangle would be 3x plus 7. All right, problem B. For our rectangle, they gave us the length and the width, but please remember there are 4 sides to a rectangle. So I know this side is also 3x minus I, and this side is x plus 2. All right, so if I combine all of my x's here, let me highlight them. This would be 3x plus 1x plus 3x plus 1x. Now I'm going to combine my constant terms. -5 plus 2 plus -5 plus 2. Write that down. -5 plus 2 plus -5 plus 2. All right, so let's start with the x's. 3x plus 1x is 4x. 4x plus 3x is 7x. And 7x plus 1x is 8x. So we have 8 x's. So -5 plus 2 is -3. -3 plus -5 is -8. And -8 plus 2 is -6. So minus 6. All right, now in a square, remember all the sides are the same. So we can label this if we want to make it a little bit easier to find the perimeter. So I'll start by combining all my like terms. So we have -4x plus -4x plus negative 4x plus negative 4x. And then 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. So negative 4 plus negative 4 is negative 8x. Negative 8x plus negative 4x is negative 12x. Negative 12x plus negative 4x would be negative 16x. And here, 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. And it's positive. So negative 16x plus 12. All right, pause the video and try problem D on your own. All right, welcome back. Let's see how you did. In my first parenthesis, I put x plus 3x plus x plus 3x. And in my second parenthesis, I put negative 3 plus negative 2 plus 2 plus negative 2. All right, so 1x plus 3x is 4x. 4x plus 1x is 5x, and 5x plus 3x is 8x. Over here, negative 3 plus negative 2 is negative 5. Negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3, and negative 3 plus negative 2 is negative 5. So 8x minus 5. And that concludes today's lesson, Variables and Expressions.